Alvin S. Glenn Detention Center. This is in Richland County in South Carolina. This is the county jail that held Alec Murdaugh before he went to trial and was sent to prison after being found guilty. This detention center has been in the news and the news headlines and articles online very much recently. There was something maybe just 2 weeks ago that happened there. I was going to make a video about it, but then I decided not to. But just, when I saw this, I had to say something. But what I saw about 2 weeks ago, Alvin S. Glenn is already in the headlines for, it's potentially going to be shut down. This is where Alec Murdaugh spent his time. Okay. It's going to be shut down because upon an inspection, the building codes and all that, it wasn't up to par. It's not safe. It's not safe for many reasons. There's a whole article on it. So they might have to shut it down here soon. It's very likely. Just because of how dangerous the environment is. It's not even the inmates, or you might get stabbed or beat up. It's just unsafe to be there in general. Which, that's not surprising to me. I would say most county jails and prisons especially, more so. Prisons more so in the state of South Carolina. I'm willing to bet. And if you're new to this channel, I've done a decade in South Carolina prisons very recently. And if you sent an inspector to any prison in this state, I'm willing to bet more than half of them would immediately need to be shut down. I mean, I have footage that I took myself with a contraband cell phone in my own cells where there was toilet water leaking up, seeping up through the tile cracks in the floor, toilets completely coming off the wall with just drains dripping. I mean, I woke up in the middle of the night one time to all my stuff just floating on the floor. Okay. There's lots of stuff in these prisons. So that didn't surprise me. But I saw this and I wanted to talk about it. Let me just read you this article that came out just a few hours ago, I believe 3 hours ago. This is at the Alvin S. Glenn Detention Center where Alec Murdaugh was formerly held. Alvin S. Glenn guard accused of ordering DoorDash for an inmate, contacting them on secret phone. A shakedown of the inmate's cell uncovered the food she allegedly delivered. A guard, 27-year-old Amara Brown, has been arrested on misconduct charges after the search of an inmate's cell. She was charged after an investigation and her own admissions in regard to her communications and more with an inmate at the county jail. After being read her Miranda rights, the sheriff's department said Brown admitted that on several occasions since March 2023, she communicated with an inmate outside work hours through calls to his contraband cell phone. The sheriff's department said that on August 8th, she ordered food through DoorDash and left her assigned area to deliver food as the inmate's cell. The sheriff's department said a shakedown of the inmate's cell led guards to discover the food. Why would you not hurry up and eat that food? Why do you got the DoorDash food laying around? Stupid. Further investigation revealed that the guard had frequent contact with the inmate, both as a correctional officer and in her private life while still employed at the jail. Brown was charged with misconduct in officer and furnishing contraband to a prisoner before being booked into the same jail where she had worked. Wow. Booked into the same jail she had worked. Now, the reason I relate this to Alex Murdaugh, yes, it's because he was formerly held there, but I just want you to understand how close to home this stuff can happen. And everybody thinks, oh, it's Murdaugh. He's got, essentially he has life. I know he's going through trying to get another trial and all that, but no matter what, we know he's going to be in there quite a while, right? Oh, he's notorious. He's infamous. He's so well covered. He'll just rot away. Nothing will ever happen. He'll never have an opportunity to operate in the same way and in that same habit that he was out here. And when I say that, I mean just gaining power, networking, rubbing elbows, knowing the right people, doing stuff you shouldn't be doing, breaking a couple rules, Oh, you can definitely do that. He can definitely do that. And I have no doubts that if all his plan B, C, D, E, F fails. And he comes to terms and accepts the fact, I'm going to be here forever. I'm never going to leave. He will bog down and really start to get comfortable is a good way of saying it. And when I say that, he is going to use everything at his advantage to be in the best position possible in prison. Okay. Now, when they talk about door dashing to an inmate, not surprised. Not surprised. I have footage myself, past videos in my own cell where I have 13, 14, 15 styrofoam trays of pizza and chicken wings delivered from Domino's. Me and my cellmate and a couple of his buddies all threw some money in together with a guard, and the guard got it delivered as if it was for the staff on a weekend, but it was really for us, and it got transported to our cells. I have footage of this. That's nothing. That's nothing new. And that can definitely happen. So I just kind of wanted to bring that to everyone's attention, and it's one thing, I've gotten on here and I've said it and I've been like, hey, he can do this. And if he wants to, he can do this. Because I know I've been there, it's not a thing to brag about or be proud of or a flex, but I'm going to offer my insight and my experience where it's relevant. And I'm just telling you, as a guy who's been there, he can do whatever he wants in there. He can get whatever he wants once he accepts that, hey, I'm here. I feel like right now he's kind of in this in-between period. I'm going to try to get my, this overturned and get a new trial. Maybe I'll win. Maybe I'll, all this stuff. Once it's all said and done and the smoke clears and he realizes he's stuck there and it's not going to change, it's going to be very interesting. And this is where I really want to keep up with the inmates who are in there with him. This is where I'm glad that I have contact with inmates who are still there and are in the same prison as him, because that's where it's going to get interesting. That's when I want to hear about what is Murdaugh up to? What is he doing now? That's where I'm going to have some good updates for you guys. DoorDash, chicken wings, food, pizza, that's nothing. That's the tip of the iceberg when it comes to what you can really do back there once you put your mind to it. And I don't feel he's even put his mind to it yet. But this, like I said, it's one thing for me to get on here and tell you, but when I can show you articles, it's the news, baby. It's the news. They've been charged. It's officially happened to this no-name inmate. So you think Murdaugh can't do it? Murdaugh's somebody. Former jail he was at. The prison he was at. I mean, I got footage of me doing it myself. These things happen. It's the point I'm trying to drive across here. So this is a recent update for the Alvin S. Glenn Detention Center I wanted to bring to you. Just kind of cover that real quick, but also kind of tie it in with, I cover a lot of Murdaugh here. We got a lot of people here who are following the Murdaugh case, and I just want to, hey, give you a taste of, hey, this is real, man. He can really do that in South Carolina. He can really, again, DoorDash, that's just, that's nothing. That's peanuts. What he can really make happen is beyond your imagination. But I will be keeping up with it and I will be reporting on it. So there's your video. Hope you enjoyed it. I do want to say this. I have something very big coming in the next 2 to 3 weeks. I collaborate with the YouTube channel Phone Calls from Prison a lot. We work together quite often. They do a great job of getting their hands on exclusive photos, messages, calls from very notorious, infamous inmates, primarily Alec Murdaugh. We got some, I shouldn't even say anything. I'm not supposed to even say anything, so I won't. I'm not going to ruin it. But while we're on the subject, if you like Alec Murdaugh news and updates and you're following this, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you stay tuned, because in about 2-3 weeks' time, we got something never before seen, never before heard, and nobody else is going to have. I guarantee you. Thanks for watching. See you next time.